Best-selling author Mark Steyn has been watching the rally since the very beginning tonight. He joins us to discuss. Mark, what'd you think?
Well, I always think the most interesting thing about Trump's rallies, Tucker, are the tonal quality. And for me, it was interesting when he decided to take it to Joe Biden with that bit about how handlers are for wusses. He mocked Joe Biden's folksiness and said, the guy comes on and says, hi, folks, OK, that's all I got time for, good night. And then his handlers are hustling him off the stage before he mistakes Ohio for Iowa. And the question, the great question for the Democrats in 2020 is whether the normal rules and conventions of presidential politics, which I find boring as anything, and I think most real people do, can reassert themselves, because that's the choice if you nominate Biden, that you take the stiff whose turn it is and the handlers drag him across the finish line. And it was interesting to me that Trump said, no, I'm going to win or lose in 2020. I'm going to let Trump be Trump, and this business with handlers are for wusses. The question is whether Joe Biden has anything, or his handlers have anything, that can sufficiently push back against that.
It's hard to believe after the experience of 2016. We're always focused on the Republican side, where Trump came out of nowhere and dominated the field and, of course, won in the end. But on the Democratic side, there was an enormously bitter contest where arguably the more popular candidate, Bernie Sanders, lost thanks to rigging by the Democratic establishment. And that wound has never really healed. And so you're telling me that party is going to do the same thing again, replacing Hillary with Joe Biden, and Elizabeth Warren and Bernie are just going to stand there and take it? You really think that's going to happen?
Well, I think they're serious about nursemaiding Joe Biden through to a debate with Trump. And if you look at last time round, Trump himself was being slightly house-trained and handled during those debates with Hillary.
Right.
What we see in these rallies is we see him liberated. And sometimes that works in quite ingenious ways. If it's true that he just improvised the line about pre-existing physicians, I'm actually quite envious of that. That's a professional... That's a professional level line. And I don't, and now I'm kicking myself for whatever it is now, 9 years ago when they rammed Obamacare down the throats of the American people and they said, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. I wish I'd come up with, we'll be covering pre-existing conditions, but not pre-existing physicians. Sometimes there is an innate genius into letting him just stand there and rock and roll. And sometimes he will say things like when he was citing our friend Lou Dobbs's opinion that Trump is not just a great president, he's greater than Reagan, and he's greater than Lincoln, and he's greater than Washington. And you think to yourself, well, maybe that's not the sort of thing a prudent man says about himself. But you have to take him in full. And they're betting that in full he beats whatever the Democrats have. And you see that in the confidence on the T-shirts. Standing behind him are people wearing T-shirts saying, read the transcript. In other words, he's factored in, OK, the House is going to impeach me. So what? And in that sense, he's being completely different, for example, to the way Bill Clinton reacted to impeachment 20 years ago.
Which was to ignore it was happening. One thing that he's not ignoring, that everyone else in the media is ignoring, is what's happening in the state of California. And so for our viewers who didn't see this, really quick, I just want to play this clip. He went after Pelosi on this question. Here it is.
Nancy ought to stop wasting time, go back to her district in San Francisco, help the homeless, get rid of the drugs, get rid of the needles that are lying all over the street, and all of the things that are washing into the ocean through their storm sewer system. What's happened to San Francisco and what's happened to so many other places run by the radical left Democrats, it's unbelievable.
It just strikes me nobody else is talking about this except him.
No. Well, and you, Tucker, because you've noticed that your state, California, the golden state, isn't so golden. It's actually, its cities are turning into decrepit third world cities where flesh-eating diseases and tuberculosis and human fecal matter stalk the streets. And this is he's right to hang this round her neck. If you go to Nancy Pelosi's San Francisco, it got worse on Nancy's watch. That's what she wants to do to America.
The middle class dies. The most populous state rots and catches fire and goes dark, and nobody says anything about it. It's amazing. Anyway,
No.
Mark Steyn, it's great to see you tonight. Thank you for that.
Thanks a lot, Tucker.